Let's go.
To see what strategies will be employed by each team. Looks like U of A's Sentry has drifted still a little bit more outside of that box. I don't know how that's going to impact them.
3, 2, 1, game start. Here we go. Both robots from the University of Alberta starting to move. Remember, they're driving first-person view, so you saw the wheel of the standard catch there on the wall. It's a little bit tough to do that driving very well. Notably, that standard that I called out from UT that was having module issues still not moving, and it looks like their VTM is still not active. So that's gonna be a bummer. UT not gonna have video on their standard this round.
Well, I know A&M last year did have a similar issue with the VTM, and it turned on halfway through the round, and they were able to still use the robot. So hopefully that ends up being the case.
The standard for the University of Alberta now in the loading zone directly underneath us. Which is not able to purchase any ammunition, has now let the hero in. Hopefully he knows that he didn't purchase ammunition, because that standard appears to be leaving the base. A nice view, though. Look, it looks like they're using universal joints for their suspension. We did that my second year as standard lead. It's tough. Got to tell you, the power transmission losses when you're playing an efficiency game can be a little tough. The hero able to successfully navigate the projectile ammunition menus and now has 5 projectiles and is rolling up. We'll see if they're able to take out that sentry. Those golf balls initially at level 1 firing very slowly, so it's hard to land hits, and you can only fire one every 3 or 4 seconds, so you've got to really make them count. It's very tank style.
Here we are in the cockpit. Let's see, that's not going to look like
pretty
that's going to
stable.
be enough drop.
He's got to aim a little higher. We have seen some skip shots work, though. Let's see.
Yeah. We'll let him find it out. If we hopefully could take a shot.
Thinking about it. Scooting up. I think scooting up was a good play, frankly. Reminder, this is the University of Alberta's hero.
Looking at UT's stationary sentry. Still not
Scooting up
like it's
even
gonna be able to
more.
fire.
He's feeling very tentative. Let's go. Look at that. You can see some projectiles from their standard in the side view connecting onto the Stampede sentry. The standard doing some work here.
Now we go to see both the cockpits on the right and the field view on the left. Interesting perspective into the eyes of the drivers.
There it is. Good hits. You can see how much drop we're talking about. That reticle in the center of your screen is not going to be where those projectiles go at level 1.
But at level 3, they might be able to actually get a little bit closer to the crosshair as those power limits go up.
Let's go, Alberta. Can we get some cheers in real life and in the chat for the University of Alberta?
Looks
They're
like
doing
they're
a
going to be
great
dropping
job.
that sentry. There it goes. Sentry has fallen for UT, making their base vulnerable.
This is a good opportunity for the University of Alberta to get some practice firing at robots that are doing spin to win. This is a slow spin, but they're able to land some projectiles. Oh.
Heroes out about half health. Going to need to retreat back to their repair zone.
Hopefully, University of Texas at Austin able to get some of these issues fixed, maybe for round 2 or at least for the next game. I've personally seen their robots perform, so I know their standard and their hero are able to do a little bit better than this. I know the VTM is probably the only thing keeping that standard from firing at all. So
looks like they're trying to do some troubleshooting even as the match is going on. We'll see if it's going to end up loading up, but at this point it might be a little bit late. Ooh, looks like it's going to be a draw.
Head referee suspends the game. That does not necessarily mean a draw yet. We'll see what happens, chat. We'll keep you posted. Rematch. There's going to be a rematch. The red team had a bug. What these teams have an option of winning today if they pick the right team between the University of Alberta and UT Austin.
Hopefully going to be a close match, looking like all the ref systems. Oh.
Game starts. Ooh, it looks like the University of Alberta did lose one of their robots. It was not allowed back on the field, so they're not going to have that standard that was able to deal damage last time. That is going to heavily change the odds. People in chat were asking for the Vegas odds. What? Unless there's no standard on the side of UT, where's the UT standard? Is it hiding?
Yeah, it's UT standard's hiding.
Oh, okay.
They're refilling on projectiles. They're booking it around.
Gotta calm my heart
especially
down
at level
there.
1.
All right, so definitely now the advantage to UT if that standard's able to fire.
Well, we'll see if.
Oh, it is.
Ooh. able to fire well as the hero is losing some health.
UT Standard 3 taking chunks of health out of the hero for the University of Alberta. If they're able to get that first kill, it'll be pretty impactful. Their hero sneaking around the other side as well. UT doing the split flank strat around the barriers.
U of A's hero taking a substantial amount of damage as it's down to about a quarter. If that gets knocked offline, that's going to make the standard for UT become a very quick level 2.
That hero for that hero
there
for
it
the University
is.
of Alberta taken down. First blood going over to the University of Texas. What an absolute inversion of the match round 1 that we saw before the VTM issues were fixed.
Pretty big inversion. As you can see now, both barrels able to fire for UT. Lots
University
of
of
projectiles.
Texas doing a pretty good job here. You can see they're not using computer vision right now while they're firing. We can tell because the camera's stability, right?
Yes.
When you use a computer vision, it will try to track even those small movements of the panel.
And as well as timing is the bigger thing. But UT's doing a pretty good job of tracking that timing, as they have done 170 damage to U of A's Sentry, putting them healthily in the lead, especially if U of A's hero is going to just be overpowering and knocked offline.
Hopefully the University of Alberta is able to fix that standard, although it looks like no one is touching the standard from the University of Alberta.
Might be more of a pit issue to fix.
Yep.
That Sentry health falling to no one's surprise to UT's double-barreled standard. That is now level 3 from that hero going offline from the overpower.
The hero for UT now also has projectiles. We haven't seen that one fire yet, so of great interest to see if both of their robots are fully functional as they're able to take down the Sentry of U of A, exposing the base to damage.
With that base being exposed, the Sentry being knocked offline completely means that U of A is going to have to knock off UT's Sentry all the way just to tie right now.
Blue win. Was that the time? Manual judgment.
Manual judgment.
This is the craziest round, guys. So crazy.
Well, I think it was to no one's surprise that Blue ends up winning just a slight bit ahead of time. 2,300 total damage with 407 projectiles.